Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that might ruffle some feathers, and that's Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I said it. Look, I don't hate the guy. He's not a bad actor, but man, I'm tired of seeing him everywhere. And I think a lot of people are starting to feel the same way. This isn't about Pedro, it's about Hollywood handles actors once they become popular. But the problem runs deeper than that, and social media plays a huge role in this now. Well, at least that's my opinion. So let's break it down. Let's be honest, Pedro Pascal is in everything. He's Joel in The Last of Us. He's Din Djarin in Mandalorian. He was in Game of Thrones, Narcos, Wonder Woman 1984, Kingsman 2, Triple Frontier, Equalizer 2, and now he's playing Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four, the new Marvel Fantastic Four First Steps, which people believe will be the Marvel reboot or soft reboot, which has him leading the way. Now, he's doing voiceover work, animations, comedy skits, commercial voiceovers. He's not just in one genre of platform, he's on all of them. And look, it was cool at first. He had that underdog vibe. But now he's signed a deal to appear in every streaming service possible, every franchise, every reboot. It's become overkill. And honestly, it's not special anymore. It's expected. And that's the problem. The dude is on contract with Hollywood to appear in everything at once. And when the actor starts getting force-fed to the audience, in every other project, it doesn't matter how talented they are, we start to get burnt out. This happens all the time in Hollywood. One actor gets hot, and suddenly the studio acts like they're the only person who can carry a movie, a show, a franchise. It's not just Pedro. It happened to Jennifer Lawrence. It happened to The Rock. It happened to Chris Pratt. Hollywood doesn't know when to stop. And this is a bigger issue. Hollywood treats actors like templates. Once someone popular, they just copy-paste them into that possible genre, tone, or role. Doesn't matter if they fit or not. Doesn't matter if it makes sense for the story. Got sci-fi project? Pedro. Got a fantasy drama? Pedro. Gritty post-apocalyptic father figure? Pedro again. And the thing is, that's not the actor's fault. That's on the studio's executives, who are terrified of taking any kind of chances anymore. They think casting Pedro means that instant success. And sometimes, sure, it works with certain characters, but it's not sustainable. It burns out the audience, and it pigeonholes the actor. I wouldn't even be shocked in a few years if Pedro comes out himself and says, yeah, I was just doing too much, right? I got spread thin. Because let's be real, he looks tired in half of the projects he does. Now, here's where the things really spiraled out of control, and that's with social media. Back in the day when an actor would do the rounds for the project they're working on, you would see them be on Letterman or Leno, or even farther back like Johnny Carson, and maybe a magazine cover or the red carpet, and that was it. You got a little dose, and that was enough. But now with social media, it makes it nonstop. Pedro Pascal isn't just in our shows and movies, he's in your feed every day. Clips of interviews, thirst traps, Twitter stands, meme edits, TikToks of him eating a sandwich, Reddit threads obsessing over his voice. You literally can't escape the guy, right? The internet turned him into a walking personal brand. He's the daddy of the moment. He's the sad eye protector. He's the funny but deep guy, right? All of this gets amplified by thousands, because of social media never shuts up about him. It's the cycle where the more you post about him, the more Hollywood goes, oh, wow, people love this guy. Put him in more stuff. And then it just repeats. It's not Pedro's fault. It's the machine. He's just the face of it right now. Right? The part of the burnout is that Pedro Pascal keeps getting cast to play, well, Pedro Pascal. He's always some broken guy with a heart of gold, stoic even, wears lots of brown and gray, protecting some younger person, doesn't talk much, but when he does, he's either sarcastic, joke, or a tragic backstory. Look, Joel in The Last of Us, that's just Mando without the helmet. Mando, that's Joel in space. Even in Wonder Woman 1984, where he was the villain, he still felt like he was doing his Pedro thing. And look, the more he's in your face, the more obvious it becomes that he's just doing the same role over and over and over. No transformation, no big switch-ups. He's not a bad actor, but let's stop acting like he's the greatest performer of all time. He's solid, he's dependable, he's got the chill, laid-back delivery, but plays the same type of character over and over again. Grizzled but lovable, broken but relatable. There's not a lot of range here, right? He's not out here disappearing into roles like Gary Oldman or Daniel Day-Lewis or even Colin Farrell. He's Pedro Pascal playing Pedro Pascal, which, again, is fine. Not every actor has to be like Chalamet. But when you get used that much, back to back, people start noticing that sameness. You know how they say Marvel fatigue is a thing? Well, I think Pedro Pascal fatigue is starting to creep in, and now he's in Marvel. So it's like double whammy. When you see the same face on your screen in every other trailer, it becomes predictable, and predictability kills hype. It's like eating your favorite food every single day. Eventually, even pizza gets boring. And the worst part is, the other actors don't get a chance. There are probably hundreds of guys who could have crushed the Joel role in The Last of Us, but they didn't get a call because Pedro is the safe option and Hollywood doesn't take risks anymore, and it kills creativity. Let me say this again. This isn't about hating Pedro Pascal. He seems like a chill dude. Look, I would have a beer with him. I just have the latest example of broken system, overusing talent, and turns them into a franchise instead of letting them be an actor. Same thing happened with Tom Holland. Suddenly he was in the face of Spider-Man, and then Uncharted, and then every other young adult role. Same with Oscar Isaac. He got overexposed for a while. These are good actors being squeezed dry. They did it with Jennifer Lawrence. She was great in Hunger Games, and suddenly she was Mystique, doing Oscar dramas, comedies, thrillers, everything in between. They did it with Chris Pratt. He went from funny guy in Parks and Recreation to suddenly being the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, Jurassic World, and now voicing every animated character on Earth. And now it's Pedro's turn, right? We're in the Pedro era. It's not new. It's just recycled. It's lazy casting. Instead of finding someone new and unexpected, Hollywood goes in with the safe guy, the internet sweetheart, and it's hurting stories. We get less variety, fewer risks, and the same handful of people doing the same stuff. And then when that happens, audiences get tired, box office numbers drop, the internet turns on them, and then Hollywood acts shocked, and they're like, oh, well, it's time to move on to the next guy. It's a vicious cycle. Let's be real. Pedro Pascal is fine. He's not bad. He's just not amazing either. He's got charisma. He delivers his lines well, but he's not out here giving a once-in-a-lifetime performance. At least yet. He's not transformative like Christian Bale, right? He's not disappearing in his roles like Gary Oldman. He's not out here changing the game. He's riding the wave, and good for him. But I think the praise is way over the top. People act like he carries the whole entertainment industry on his back, when really, he's just doing solid work in safe roles. This is where I want to be clear. I don't hate Pedro Pascal. He seems like a chill dude, doesn't take himself seriously. From all accounts, he's friendly, shows up on time, he's professional, and all good things. Political things aside. But Hollywood has turned him into this content machine. At social media, he's making it worse by never letting us breathe. Here's the cycle. Social media makes someone go viral. Hollywood overbooks them. People get tired, and then Hollywood panics and finds someone new. And repeat. The system's not good for actors, it's not good for audiences, and it's definitely not good for storytelling. So yeah. Am I tired of Pedro Pascal? Yeah, kind of. Right? Do I think it's a bad actor? No. Do I think Hollywood needs to stop using the same handful of people over and over again? Absolutely. Right? We need new faces. We need new talent, fresh blood. The industry used to be full of risks and discoveries. Now, it's just a safe bet, an algorithm casting. Now, here's the thing. You don't need a massive A-lister in every movie to make it work. Look at the new Zelda action film that they wanted to do, right? They just announced. They're casting mostly unknowns, and it's exciting. That's what we need more of. Give us fresh faces. Let the world and story shine instead of trying to sell us everything based on one actor's face. Zelda doesn't need Jennifer Lawrence. Link doesn't need to be Chris Pratt. Sometimes the best casting choices is someone who we've never seen before. Someone who disappears into the role because we don't already associate them with 5 other franchises. Let Pedro take a break. Let us discover new talent. Let storytelling breathe again. Pedro Pascal isn't the problem. He's just a symptom of Hollywood that runs out of imagination. Okay? Anyway, that's my rant. Let me know in the comments section, do you feel the same way? Are you tired of seeing Pedro in every role, or are you still loving it? Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.